Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be installing and demonstrating the C2 framework Havoc. So if you guys are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and share. And let's get into the video and have some fun. Okay folks, so here we go on my Kali machine. I just installed a brand new machine, and this is, just to be transparent, it's on a laptop sitting over here right next to me. This is not on my local machine. As you can see, I'm remoted into it. But anyhow, what we're going to do today is install Havoc. So I have some notes on the side, but if you need to do so, just go to Google and just put Havoc C2 framework. And I believe it's from a fella named Spider. So let's go ahead and just click on here really quick. We can make this bigger, and cracked Spider. So kudos to you, dude. Keep killing it. You're doing awesome things. And obviously he has a Patreon. You can check him out. You can, help a brother out. I guess it's been removed, but maybe you can find them some other way and give kudos to, to him. Like, just give credit when credit is due. So this is pretty cool. I have tinkered with it. I installed it, and I figured I'd just make a video for you guys. So I did test this. It is pretty neat. So what we're going to do today is I have a Windows 11 machine in my lab. Let me try to scooch this over. I have a Windows 11. Let me actually boot it up. So once we get to that part, we'll go ahead and test it. We'll run it. We'll host a file, the payload, and see if we can get a shell. But that's ways away. All right. So first we just have to get it installed, and hopefully it works. It was a pain in the butt for me. I'm not going to lie. So the way I set it up in my real environment, or if you want to call it like the environment that I want to test, it's on here. I have a Havoc server. I downloaded Ubuntu and I installed the server part on there. And on my Kali, I have the client. So when I boot up the client, it connects to the server. In this video, we're just going to install client and server all on the Kali machine. So it's a little simpler. All right. Just wanted to give that heads up as well. You have that option. All right, so let's go ahead and see the installation documentation. So let's go ahead and open that. So let's go ahead and make this bigger. So if you go welcome, obviously you can see what it's all about. You can see a pretty picture of the Havoc C2 server, the operators, Spider and Neo, and external agents, etc., etc. And we'll get to this hopefully really soon. So, sponsor, GitHub sponsors, go hit a brother up. All right, so the first thing we can do is go ahead and clone this. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and clone that. Let's open up a command shell. And like I said, this is on my production, one of my production VMs. So hopefully it doesn't blow it up. All right, so before we do that, let me actually, let me do an ls here. Let's see what's here. So I want to go to CD, I want to go to tools. All right. So in tools, I think I just have pimp my Kali, I think. All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna throw it right on the root here. I'm just gonna throw it right here. It's not a problem for me. All right, so let's just throw it here. And what we're gonna do, we can just CD to it, CD to Havoc, do an ls, and we have some data here, right? So what we can do is, let's go back for a second. We can do this, right here, build. Let's go ahead and just do that. Now let's copy, and let's come back here and do a little paste-a-rooney. What happened? Did it not paste? Paste. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Put my password and let it go. It's on its merry way. So once that's good, let's go back to the instructions. Then we can come down, we can go to, let's see, we're going to CD to the team server, and we'll get to there in a sec. So let's, is this going? It's going, guys. So hopefully you guys are having a good day. And like I said, if you guys need any help coaching, I just want to put that out there as well. And one-on-one coaching, or just talk to me about whatever, you can link in the description. You can set up a one-on-one coaching call with me, and I'm more than happy to help you out technically, career-wise, or just give you life advice. I'm not a therapist, but I have a lot of experience in life. So it's funny that I'm just bringing that up because I have a few people that I actually do some coaching calls technically, right, for the technical aspect. But then we open up and talk about life because I've been through a lot. I've been through ups and downs. You know, I'm not going to get on it on this video, but if you get to know me personally, I'm more than happy to open up about my personal life. And I probably expressed it a little bit on videos. And I didn't have like a normal upbringing, you know. But that's no here or there. This video is about installing Havoc. But if you guys have any questions about one-on-one coaching, hit me up and I'm more than happy to help you out. All right, so we'll get this, let this cook. So the next thing we're gonna have to do is just go into the Teams folder, and there should be an install folder in there, or an install file. Let's see in here. I just made some notes on how I installed it, because like I said, I had some troubles and I was just messing around with some stuff and I finally got it to work. But we're gonna be going to CD into here, and then we're gonna go ahead and do an install. And then after the install, then we're gonna go ahead and continue the merry way. Pretty interesting stuff. This is definitely cool to learn. And if you have, experience red teaming, maybe with Cobalt Strike, this is similar to Cobalt Strike, right? We can have different operators like you've seen it, Spider and Neo. And like I tested this yesterday, and it's super dope. Like Spider, if you ever watched this video, dude, kudos, much love, much respect. You know what I mean? This is, and I believe the kid is like 19 or 20 years old. So keep doing you, dude. You're killing it. I always give credit when credit's due, man. Like that's just me. I always keep it 100, So let's while that's cooking, let's go see if we can find him. Let's go back to here, and I think he's Havoc Discord. Let's see. More about sponsor. Let's see if we can click on here. Maybe, I don't know. Nope, because I'm not signed into my GitHub. All right, so no worries. Maybe here, created by Spider. Maybe this will go out to his Twitter. So go ahead and follow this kid. Look, I guess he took his age off, but I believe he's a young kid from what I've seen. So like I said, credit when credit is due. Keep killing it. And this is Havoc. I guess it's new into Cali. Don't tell me that, but we're gonna install it anyway. I didn't even think that was I didn't even know that. That would be funny if it is, but no sweat. We're gonna be installing it anyway. Well, we'll give this a moment. So we'll resume once this is done. Oh, it's done. All right, cool deal. That was quick. That was not quick. All right, so let's go ahead and just clear that ls. So we have the team server. Let's cd into team server. Let's make this a little larger. And let's do an ls. So we have this install.sh. Let's just do sudo install.sh and give that a minute and see if that installs. We'll give that a second. Well, how many seconds? We'll just give that a moment. Okay. All right, so now what we're gonna do, let's go back for now. Let's go do this go mod download. All right, so let's go ahead and just do that really quick. All right, copy and then paste. Okay. And then we'll do the other one. Copy and paste. All right, so cd dot. All right, so now we're back on the root of Havoc. So now next thing we're gonna do is make the client. So let's go ahead, wait, first we need to do the team server. So let's do mk team server. So let's build the team server. And then we can actually, once this is done, we have to, let's go back to this really quick. We can look at this profile Havoc dot whatever YAOTL file. In here, you have all your like your IP addresses, your usernames, passwords. I want to leave it all as default. On my production one, or the one I'm utilizing, I changed some stuff in there because, like I said, I have my server running on a Ubuntu server, and then my client running on a Linux box or Kali box. So, like I said, this is just a straightforward, right to the point video. So yeah, just to give you guys a heads up on that. All right, cool deal. So now that is done. And I seen someone put in the comments the other day, like, why do I always type in clear instead of doing Control L? I'm just a creature of habit. It's just quicker for me than, I don't know. My hands just go there. All right, so now once that's done, we can run this, right? So let's just run this. Copy this. Let's go ahead and run. Okay. So now this is running locally on our Kali Linux box. So you can see that it's running on port 40056, and it's running on any interface, which I only have one interface, ETH0. Okay. So now what we can do is I want to open up a new tab just for, let's go make this bigger. All right, so next thing we can do is let's come down and we're going to make the client build. And this is what we're going to, this is what's going to open up. We're going to authenticate, and then you're going to see that pretty interface that you saw in the pictures, right? So this is going to be connecting to our server. And then once that's good and ready to go, what we can do is create a payload. And we're going to go through all this process in this video. It might be a little lengthy. Just hang tight, watch to the end, and hopefully you learn something. And we can demonstrate this together, right? So I'm all about demonstration and seeing things work, right? I hate when you're going through something like I do on my lives. That's what's different about live streams. There's no edits, right? It's just live. Here, obviously, we would try not to edit. I don't like to do too much editing because I suck at it. But, you know, it is what it is. So we'll let this cook. This might take a second to build this. And I remember last night, it took me probably like 15, 20 minutes. So let's see. Hopefully it goes quicker. It looks like it's going quick. It's already at 45%. We'll resume once this is done. Okay, so this is done. So after that's built, what we have to do is just run the client. And hopefully if we just type this in, paste, and here we go. We have this little profile. We can hit new profile. And we're going to leave all this, but the password is password1234, all lowercase. Okay, and voila, now we're in. So we can, you know, see, let's zoom this in a little bit. And I like to do like this view graph, because then we get to see this pretty little firewall. Here we can make this bigger by control scroll. Okay, so now what? Let me make sure my Windows 11 machine is up. That's fine. All right, let me log into here. And I want to see my IP address, make sure it's all communicating. Because like I said, I just built this out literally this morning. So IP config, so I'm at 195.130. Let's go see what I'm at on my Kali machine. I'm just going to go ahead and open up a new tab and just do a quick IPA. I'm at 131. So it looks like it's on the same network, 130. So I'm going to go ahead and ping this. Ping 192. Whoops. Let's make sure my numlock is on. Ping 192. 92.168.195. What was it? 130? Was it at 130? All right. So obviously, because Windows Firewall might be on and all that stuff. So let me go ahead and check out the security here. And we can see, let's go ahead and go to Firewall. And just for demonstration purposes, let's go ahead and just turn off the firewalls, right? And let's go ahead and we're not going to touch anything with the antivirus or the detection or whatever. I just want to make sure I can ping it, just to make sure communication is going. Let me just go ahead and see. Let me just do Control L so people don't scream at me in the comments. All right, so let me come back here and let's turn this off. Okay, so everything is off. So now let's see if I can ping it. There we go. So I'm able to ping it now. So we're able to communicate with the Windows 11 machine from our Kali machine. So the next thing you're going to see is, let me go ahead and do this really quick. Security. Let's see, all right, so virus and threat protection, you can see manage. It's all on. I want to go ahead and turn some stuff off here just to make it. All right, but I'm leaving the real-time protection on, okay? So let's give that a jingle, see what we have popping. All right, so now with that all set up, now the first thing we can do, we can obviously navigate around here. Listeners, we can look at listeners down here. There's no listeners yet. We can go, event viewer. Obviously, there's nothing yet. But you can just check all this stuff out. So what we're going to do is go to payload. You can see different payloads here, but obviously we don't have any listeners yet. So let's go to listeners. And down here on the very bottom, I know it's super small, is add. I don't know if I can make this bigger. I can't. So I'm just going to put Pat's payload. I don't know. All right, let's just make it Pat's payload. And I want to say for the payload, have it HTTPS. That's fine with me. I want to add the host, which is my local host in this case, right? And we can make this bigger. Let's make this bigger. And you can see that it has, headers, blah, blah, blah. Let's go ahead and save this, okay? Now, the next thing we do is payload. So in the payload, because that was the listener, right? The next thing we do, we have Pat's payload here. We have a 64-bit. And let's go ahead and just bring this down a little bit more so we can have more real estate. We'll bring it up. I don't know, whatever. Let's see. There we go. All right, so I know it's super small. Hopefully you guys can see it. I can't make it bigger. So right here we have Spone64, Spone32, Notepad.exe, and you can change this to like Word document or Word whatever, Word.exe, Office, Calculator, WordPad, whatever, any executor. But I'm just gonna leave everything as default for now. And I wanna go ahead and generate, right? So I wanna generate that payload. And now with this payload, we can set up a an HTTP server, a web server. So then we can go onto our Windows 11 machine, download it, execute it, and then we should be spawn a shell, right? So we'll give this a second, and yeah, this is pretty fun. Hopefully we're under 30 minutes with this video. I think we're about 20 minutes in, but that's cool. All right, so it's just compiling the source. You can really get, super, specific with this, like C++, compiling things, and that's not what we're doing today. But yeah, anyhow. So let's go to Havoc. Let's go to payloads. And I'm just going to, you know what? Let me just, I'll throw it in here. Havoc, whatever. I'm just going to do payloads. That's fine for me. And then I want to make this name Notepad pat.exe, right? So we know that it's me, right? So I want to go ahead and save this, right? So you can see that it's saved under InfoSec Pat payload, Havoc payloads. All right, so now what I want to do is I'm going to come here. I'm doing ls. I want to go to payloads. Okay, let's clear that. So we can see this pat.exe. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do pyth3-m http.server and then 80. And now we're hosting a HTTP server on this box. So now technically this is where it gets fun, right? So let's come over to our Windows 11 machine, and we are 131, I think. Of course, I need my numlock on. Ping 192.168.195.131. Okay, I just want to make sure that's it. That's the only VM I have set up. So now technically, let's go ahead and come over to HTTP. Oh, Jesus. Remember, this is all like brand new. I literally set this up this morning. So hang tight. All right, so let's go 192.168.195.130. Okay, let's give that a second. Is that what my IP was? 131. I'm 130. My bad. Okay, so now here we can see that we're hosting our files on that server or on that Kali box. So notepadpat.exe, let's download that. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and keep. And then we're going to go ahead and keep anyway. So now, technically, let's just open that up. Double click this. And now let's see on here. Let's come back to Havoc. Okay, that's okay. And let's see, did anything happen? Whoops. Nothing happened. Oh yeah, it says InfoSec Pat here, but where is the, I don't know where my, did it like disappear? That's interesting. All right. Anyhow, we have a listener, and let's go ahead and, oh, that's weird. Let's go to table. Okay, here it goes. So now we can interact with this. All right, let's make this bigger. So now we can actually just type in down here, help, and we can see everything, right? Let's just do, like, for example, dir, and let's give this a second. So now we can see that we're in the directory. Let's see if I can make this a little bigger. See Windows InfoSec Pat downloads, and we can see my download here. We can do, like, for an example, let's see, like shell, which is shells like CMD. So if I just do, for an example, like shell IP config, okay, let's send out IP config out there. I think that's how you would do it. All right, there we go. So we can see here, boom. And like the next one we can do is probably, like, for an example, who am I? See if I can do who am I? There we go. We can see who I am. There we go. So that's pretty much concludes this video. That's how you set it up, you get it up and running, and you actually test a Windows 11. And you can see, like, Windows 11, it didn't stop it, right? Nothing was stopped. Obviously, the real-time protection is on, so we're good. We were able to bypass it. So hopefully this video was informative for you guys, and I thank you so much for viewing.